Hello, friends, and welcome to my YouTube channel Simply Stocks. And today I'm going to talk about Bosch, a top auto parts manufacturing company. Let's understand whether one should invest in the stock or one should avoid it. So, let's get started. First of all, a disclaimer that this is not a stock recommendation, and people taking any position into any share that I talk about should do that with their own due diligence and research. And I'm not in favor or against any company that I talk about. Before I talk about Bosch, here's a small request that kindly support me on Patreon, and once you do that, it will help me grow the channel, help you also ask me questions on a daily basis. And once you get the $10 membership, you'll have access to my portfolio, my watch list, and a lot of my podcasts that I put up on Patreon. For detailed market or company talk, you can directly email me and we can work things out. Now about the company, Bosch was established in 1886 in Germany, established in India about 4 5 decades back. Manufactures forging and auto components for heavy commercial vehicles and medium commercial vehicles. Have exports to North America, Europe, and most of Asia. It has a very good global presence, and it is regarded as one of the best in this space. They also manufactures components for cars and two wheelers, and just to tell you, they are also manufacturing, you can say, dishwashers and a number of other consumer products, although the segment and the share of it in the manufacturing of the total manufacturing that happens at Bosch is very less, but still they manufacture, and they manufacture pretty good, you can say, dishwashers, regarded as one of the best. So they are into that stream as well. Market cap of the company is 41,000 crores at the moment. If you look at the numbers, then Q1 numbers ought to be not that great. So sales declined by around 60-65%. There was a loss of 120 crores versus a profit of 280 crores. The debt is extremely low, and there is very high promoter and institutional holding with only 7% free float. And I want to mention here that on many occasions, when I've heard Mr. Ramdev Agarwal talk about auto ancillary and rather than auto, the only stock he talks about is Bosch, and he says that if somebody wants to get into it, probably Bosch is good. Uh, and he never specifically talks about any other company per se. Uh, I'm not saying that he's always right or something of that sort. I'm just saying that he has a strong pedigree, and normally he doesn't talk about ancillary products of anything, but he does say that Bosch is one of the best companies, managed companies in this space. So what I believe is that high promoter in institutional holding, and is one of the best listed, you can say, auto ancillary firm. Return on equity currently is of 12%. Operating profit margin is around 11%. If you look at the performance, then the stock fell 60% from 2018 peak till Jan of 2020, and fell 60% more in the Feb March mayhem that we have seen, and it totally capitulated during that period. There has been a sharp recovery post dismal Q1 numbers, and people are believing that from Q2 onwards, especially from Q3 and Q4, the numbers are going to be extremely good and better, and probably normalization would be there from FY22, start of FY22 onwards. So that is the basis of the buying that is taking place. Valuations are still reasonable as numbers have tumbled, but the numbers would come back. I'm sure the numbers will not be the same as it has been for this June quarter. For many of the companies, the June quarter has been very dismal. Uh, Growth had virtually stalled in April, and if you go back, then it was Maruti who came up with the point that they did not even sell one car during April. It was a complete shutdown kind of a thing for most of the you can say automotive businesses, most of the manufacturing sector. A virtually stalled thing for April. A very good dividend payout, and consistently it has paid dividend and has been an outperformer in this space for the last 10-15 years. If you look at the returns for the last 10-15 years, it has outperformed most of its peers in this space. Now, reasons for the stock crash, the way it has fallen, it used to trade at 22,000 rupees, went down to 8,000 or something like that, even lower than that. Heavy commercial vehicles under pressure in the North America. Actually, HCVs have been under pressure globally and especially here in India and North America because of lower demand for such products, as movement of goods are not required, as what has happened with the oil, you can say, prices. So most of the movement of such goods require that infrastructure go in a big way, so that raw material are taken from one place to another in these heavy commercial vehicles, or oil is carried from one place to another in order to service customers. And there was extremely low demand for both of the things, as infrastructure completely had a dismal Q1, and same went with oil, which went to nearly sub-zero level. So very low demand for HCVs, MCVs. Domestic auto numbers were also plummeting, and it looked like that there is no tomorrow for it, or there is no end to it, and every month the numbers were getting lower. But what has changed is that the current situation worsened the fall, or you can say accelerated this fall, but it has also gave investors a plateau. So what went on was that, okay, what will go wrong apart from a complete lockdown? And that is what happened. And when you consider that, there could be nothing that could go even worse than this. So investors believed that, okay, 7-8 thousand, whatever the price of Bosch or Motherson Sumi, or in regard of other auto companies or manufacturing stocks, other manufacturing stocks, anything with regard to leather or other products as well, which are related to consumer, investors have believed that, okay, this is the worst that could happen, and now things will only get better. Whether it will get better in 2 years, 1 year, 3 years, it's anybody's guess, but these prices will not come back. So what that eventually meant was that prices kept on increasing from that March April lows, and we have seen that there has been a continuous buying of stocks in that regard, and Bosch is no different. So things are better than April, yet gloomy, but things will get better going forward as well. uh, Although prospects of complete recovery look bleak for the next 2-3 quarters, but I guess the markets and the investors are looking beyond 1.5 years. So what needs to be done, in my opinion, you should accumulate over the next 18 months. That should be your priority, or at least in the next 6 to 8 months you should accumulate the stock. Wait for turnaround in the sector. If you have a good 4-5 year time frame, you'll be fine, and have your targets in mind. If it doubles in 5 years, or something like that in 3 years, if it doubles in 2-3 years, 5 years, 4 years, probably exit. This could be a very good strategy. Do not invest more than 5%, and sector may test your patience, and I think that we are on the cusp of bottoming out in this sector. We have not bottomed out yet. We could see a further fall in the next 5-6 months, but eventually by mid of 2021 we could bottom out in the autos and auto ancillary sector. So this was my video on Bosch. Please like and subscribe my channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get my videos straight away when I post it. Thanks a lot for watching.